Hello everyone and welcome back. This is this batch's architect home remodel. Alyssa over at Sims Therapy selected house number 8 for me. Go check out her review on all the homes. It's actually pretty hilarious. She kind of poses as a disgruntled tour guide, so you might enjoy that. But she has picked house number 8 for me, and I do want to mention I'm still coming off of that cold I talked about in my last video, so please excuse my voice today. I haven't really taken a look at the home in great detail. As I'm recording this portion of the video, I have not done the home yet, so I'm really going to be looking at the house sort of with a first impression with you. There's a lot going on that roof. I'm kind of worried about that. But let's just take it from the first level and go up. Looking at this, the layout is actually pretty workable. It just has a small entryway there. This is a bedroom right now. But if you look at the rooms, at least they're not, on the first floor at least, they're not oddly shaped. They're definitely something I can work with. The furnishings are, well, let's just say there are a few things actually in there some people may not have, and I can kind of see what they were going for with color, but I don't like this. I don't like the build around skinny hallway deal and that kitchen. Wow. Anybody at any point in this game can do better than that kitchen, and I'm just being honest. I don't really know what's with all the blue tile, but that may be something that someone really liked. And then you come upstairs, you have a central hallway here, and then the dining room's upstairs. Was there not a dining room downstairs? I don't know why that would just be up there in the front of the house. Is there a dining room down here? Oh yeah, there's a little teeny one over there by the kitchen. But that's kind of strange. Maybe this is like an apartment. That's a possibility. I don't like that whole area down there in the back that's just enclosed with one little hallway space and then hallways to the side. I don't know. But now we're looking at the back of it. There's another little hallway here. Duplicate plants. And then there's, like I said, there's some items in here that somebody might actually be interested in. Then there's another kitchen up here. So maybe this is like an apartment building, but then why would it have a staircase in the back? You would have to walk through someone else's apartment to get upstairs. So no, that's not an apartment building. This is just a really interesting house. I don't know, guys, but there's lots of space here. A lot of it's just unused and, just empty. I'm not quite sure why that room is there. Oh, it's serving as a hallway. So this is where I may get into trouble when I redo the house, because I don't know what I would do with this. If you're new, I want to let you know when I do remodels, whether it's architect homes or pre-made homes in the game, I don't change the structure. I will delete floors off the top or the basement, but as far as the first floor and usually like the second floor, the structure itself, I have to work with what's there and I don't change walls. So in other words, I will delete a whole top floor a lot of times if it's just completely unworkable or unusable. And in this case, I think I'm going to probably take these floors off up here because look, there's just nothing here. Now I've done that type of build before as a modern house, but at least I put mezzanines in there and make them like skylights. I guess those are just up there for show, but there's really nothing in them. So I'm thinking at this point I'm going to have to take all of that off. I'm kind of worried about what the house will look like after I do that because I can't rebuild it after I take them off. So anytime I do that, I'm taking a complete risk and messing up the house. So I'm just playing around here, trying to see in my imagination if I took those off, what it might look like with the flat roof. But I'm thinking it will look like just one big square. So if you take those two front things off and then the whole back section on the top, it's just going to look like a big square. But maybe I'll work with it. Let's see what it looks like when I come back. Okay, so a day and a half later, here it is. Let's take a look at what it looked like before. As you can see, I took that top off, and I'm really glad I did. Yes, I was left with kind of a square with that space in the back that has a little hole, but what I did was, as you can see, I put some balconies out front, nothing major, and then I put that flower bed. It's almost like a little flower box to kind of distract the eye from the entire front being so flat. Because that's exactly what it was. It was just so flat. Same deal back here. The house is basically just a square now. So, and that hole was there. So I added some balconies out here and put some dividers up, some fencing on either side, and distracted the eye from the fact that it's just one big square. And again, please excuse my voice, I'm still a little under the weather. Also, to distract from that, I've added some pretty landscaping and a little gazebo, which I really, really like. I've done that maybe a couple of builds ago, but it was more like a she shed. This one's more like a gazebo with the fireplace in it, some loungers, and a drink cart out there. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that, and I would really like to have that in real life. So that kind of takes the eye away from the flatness of the back of the house along with the balconies back there. And do I love the house now? It's okay, but I think you'll like the inside. I think you'll like what I did to the inside. It's completely different in there, but again, I did not change any walls. I put the entrance over here on the side. This used to be, I believe, a bedroom. I've made it a sitting room and entryway. So I use light and bright neutral tones in here. Put some lights on either side of the couch, a couple of paintings lit up underneath. We have a wine bar here with a couple of side chairs on either side of it, a pretty neutral colored rug, and a bookshelf and a plant. And I think that was pretty for that room. I wanted to leave the center of it open and not even put a coffee table there or anything because it is the entryway. Coming through this doorway here, this is where it may look a little bit complicated. So I put a set of the pool house doors here. You see the area back there that was already outside. So I decided to use this area as a beautiful open dining room. I've got the farmhouse fireplace and rug, which matches perfectly with those paintings over those dressers. Then I used this kind of classy looking dining table and used the new sectional sofas as seating. And yes, I realize that they can't actually dine there, but I thought it looked so pretty bringing all those colors together. I just think it looks beautiful. So since we had the outdoor space that was already here, I went ahead and put another like actual place where they can dine there so it would still be functional. And that's how I used the space that's outdoors that was already there. Since I don't move walls, I was kind of stuck with it, as well as these little hallways here. So I put another set of pool house doors here, and in between I put the chalet doors so it would give it kind of a nice look and wouldn't just look like an empty hallway there, and would be very usable. That way they can, shut one side or the other, or leave both open, or leave both shut. So you can kind of bring the outdoors in if you'd like to, and I think it gives it a pretty good look considering what I had to work with there. So coming on in here to the kitchen, I'm sure you've probably already noticed I've changed everything except the walls in this house. I mean, everything came out, every window, everything. I stuck with the light woods throughout the house and kind of neutral tones, but I wanted to give the kitchen a little bit of contrast and color. I added the red in, and I used that new package of chalet cabinets and countertops that I bought. I really like those, by the way. In here is now the laundry room. I decided to brighten it up. I put those lights over the washer and dryer, which are from the farmhouse, as well as that sink there and the cabinets, the pretty towel rack, some cleaning supplies, and a vacuum. And I think it's such a nice, bright-looking laundry room. So let's come back through here. We'll stay on the back, and then we'll go forward. In here, I have included a guest room, and I've used one of those newer beds. Again, I wish we could let them sleep on the beds, but that's okay. They still look pretty, and I'm going to keep using them. Just a nice little guest room with a TV and a bookshelf, and it has an exit to the back. And this is the downstairs bath here, which I chose to make as a full 3-piece bath with a shower, with the chalet sink and one of the older showers that I really do still like to use from time to time. So let's go back up toward the front of the house. Remember, this was the entryway. I've relocated the stairway to here. I really like how that's set up now. And in here we have, which is more like the family room. It's kind of dressy for a family room, but no kids live in this house, at least the way I have it decorated now. And I love those pillows on the couches with that wall color. So I wanted to use those. I hadn't used them in quite a while, and they look beautiful with those villa side tables, by the way. And I have glassed in that staircase there so you can see it from that room. So that was the first floor. Now we're going to come up the stairs and take a look at the second floor. So that long hallway was here. I just ended up glassing it in just to make it look not as boring, if that makes sense. And then we have this front room up here that was here, and I didn't really have a use for it. So I just opened it up with a mezzanine, except for the balcony area there, and just made it really pretty and open to the entrance below. And I love how that turned out. And then coming over here to the right, we come to what I've made into the master bedroom. I've made this sort of with navies and pale greens. That picture on the wall definitely brings all of the colors together, but I definitely thought of that bed because it has the dark blue with the light green pillow. And then I brought the navies over here with the TV and couch. And I like that TV because it sort of has a light wood tone to it as well. So I think all the colors really balance out in the room. In here is the master bathroom. I've used the light colored spa items because where I have the light woods throughout the house, this was definitely my number one choice for bathrooms because of that wood. And also the grays work really well with the light green color. Here I brought the navy from the bedroom in here into the closet. So you still have the navy blue colors and the pale greens together. And if you look at the master suite as a whole, you can definitely see that whole color theme going on. So we come down the hallway and it branches off to the right. So I've put a doorway here just to make it open. It was closed up before, and then I glassed the rest of the hallway in to match the end of the main hallway. And back here I've put an office. So you can see what I've put in here. Again, light woods, so I chose the new desk and the new TV. And then I put the peach colored, I made them like chairs with an end table in the middle, a nursery light over the top to give it a nice glow. It also has an exit to the balcony, and I've included one of the new bookshelves on the wall there too. I think it's such a cute little office. Through these double doors is what I would consider an in-laws suite, or it could just be an extra master. So technically the house actually has 2 master suites. Here I've done greens and ivories and golds. I've used that green bed. Then we have that chair which matches it perfectly. And that plant there on the dresser brings all of those colors together really nicely as well. I think it's a beautiful suite. It's kind of traditional looking, but I think it's very pretty. And then taking a look at its ensuite bath here again with the light wood spa items, a couple of towel racks, and the shower. You can see where I've placed everything in here. And it also has an exit to one of the balconies. I'm glad I added those balconies again because it was just so flat. And then we have this sort of weird hallway here, which I've actually just chosen to display plants that match the landscaping in the back there. I don't typically do that, put the plants in the windows like that. I know a lot of people like that, but really I just didn't want to run a hallway. It would have just been completely pointless for me. I don't even know why it's there, but that's just me. I had to work with what was there though. So let's take a look at where the furniture is, how I've done everything, because we don't need to look at the grid since I did not change the walls. I only took off the top 2 floors, if you want to really call them that. But there was the living room. There's the staircase area. There's the entryway there, which sort of serves as an extra little living room. Then we have that beautiful dining area. I think that's my favorite room of the remodel. I like that a lot, how all those colors come together in the room. And then there's that outdoor area that was there where I've just put an extra eating area, and the pool house doors. You can see the sets of them there. And then, of course, I had to reconfigure a lot of doorways, but I got the guest room there. And then we have the downstairs full bath, and then there's the kitchen right there, and then we have the laundry area here. So that's how I reconfigured the downstairs. All the doors came out, and I just had to figure out what to do with all those weird hallways and all of that. But once I got it, I kind of like how it is now. And then there's the hallway that's up there. Then I opened this room up, except for one space on the right there left out as a balcony. And here is the master, or one of them anyway, the bath and the closet. And then we have the continuing hallway where I placed a doorway that goes back to the office here. And the balcony's there. Then there's that little area that was just sort of there. And we have the second master, which if you wanted to redo the house this way, could be a kid's room or whatever you wanted it to be as well. So that's where I put everything, and that's how the house looks now. And thank you so much, Alyssa, for picking a house for me to redo again. I hope I did it in a way that everybody would maybe look at it and think of the house in a different way. I really do like how it's decorated now. I like the area that I added back here. I do like the landscaping. I really just don't like the shape with or without the top that was there. But again, I have to work with what's there. And I think I did an okay job. If you enjoyed the tour and if you liked the remodel, I would appreciate a like. It took me quite a while, maybe a day and a half to do it, and a few little frustrations here and there. But in the end, it was fun, and that's all that matters. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.